If my internet would work. Oh, hello. We are live. I am here with Aoife. Am I saying that right?
You are.
Awesome. Thank you. My brain has not been functioning at all today.
So. Oh, no, that's okay. I had a meeting today with some colleagues that I'd never met before, and they were just like, so how do I say Iofi? And I was like, not quite like that. So I always tell people it's like FIFA, but without the first F.
That's pretty accurate, actually. Yeah.
Genius, I know. I saw it online, and I was like, I'm absolutely stealing this.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Do you want to introduce yourself to the people who are here?
Hello. So if you haven't met me before, my name is Aoife. I am Irish, but I've been living in Berlin for the last 2 years, but Germany for the last 6 years overall. My channel is Pretty Purple Polka Dots, and even though the color purple is in my name, I am actually one of the co-hosts for Team Yellow for the amazing Readathon. I know, because I've confused so many people with that. They're like, but your channel name is Pretty Purple Polka Dots. And I'm like, I know, but you're on Team Yellow. I also know. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought you were going to be on Team Purple, and then I was like, where did
did too, but I think she took my favorite color rather than my channel color.
Then why is the channel? Is it for the alliteration?
It's the alliteration.
You could have done
purely the alliteration.
What
Young Yellow.
Wacky, but wacky does not start with a
wacky. It starts with a W, my friend.
I am a very.
We're having a morning.
Yeah, I've had a morning for the last 3 years, so it's just.
So all of us have to. I mainly read a lot of contemporary romance, but I also read a lot of literary fiction. I read some historical fiction. I read some thrillers.
Excellent. Nice.
A good mix.
Words are so hard for me right now. Everybody just ignore me. Let's pull up some of these comments here.
Words aren't a thing today.
Margaret is working. Boo. Zach's yelling. As soon as he said Margaret's working, Zach started yelling, and he's like, no.
That is literally a sign to stop working.
Ridiculous. Katie's finishing Greenwich Park. I almost said Greenwich, and then I was like, that is not how we pronounce words at all. Yes, Margaret, you should have.
Yes.
Hello, and fellow Team Purple member, Team Purple Rain, #Purple Rain.
Aren't you the team with like 9,000 Jessicas among 50 people?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We are officially Team Jessica. I'm like, should we all change our name?
Yeah.
Can we fit in? Because I feel like I'm back in grade school again, where everybody was Jessica, or there was a lot of Emilys.
There were so many Emilys in my class.
My sister,
there was like 3.
Like my youngest sister-in-law, I'm pretty sure her entire grade had like 40 people, and there had to be at least 5 Emilys in there. And
I'm my God.
This is ridiculous. They were all born in 1997. Everybody was Emily.
That's the 90s names.
Yeah.
Jessica, Emily, Ashley, all the 90s names.
Ashley was a big one. Yep.
Yeah.
Hello. My poor kids are going to be the same way. Because
are there loads of Carters and loads of Zachs and loads of Noahs?
Yeah. Carter got really popular. Noah has been like number 1 and number 2 in North America. Like every year it's been flip-flopping. And Zach is always a very popular name.
I'm just saying a bit of originality doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm like, so because Carter was the name that Kurt had wanted since he was 11 when they got their dog. He wanted to name his dog Carter, but they named him Hershey because his older sister won out. So since then, he's like, I want a son named Carter. And I'm like, okay, I'm down.
And you literally delivered.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, you know what? You're welcome here. This is fantastic. Margaret is reading Aru Shah. I wanted to read the first one a while ago, and then I forgot that it existed. I gotta remember to read that one. Zach is a genius. Yes, it's because his name starts with a Z. So it comes with the territory. Little over an hour and a half left in Gods of Jade and Shadow.
You're already sightseeing?
Yeah. The purple team is doing great. The red team, I remember from Shay's stream, they've She's got over 1,000 points for the Red to Know.
Holy shit!
Is that even that's illegal? That sounds fake, but it's real.
That can't be true. No, that can't be real.
That's a big book and extra points.
A big book and take a plane.
Actually sitting down and reading your damn book instead of doing everything else.
I have never in my life done that.
No. That is what seems fake. That particular
that's the fake part.
Yes, absolutely. Where are we here? Hashtag Purple Rain. Absolutely. Team Red got a finished book from last month. Yeah. I was really happy when the last book that I had started in like the second week of July, I was only 50 pages into it. I'm like, I can do this.
What you could still do it. Could you count?
Say again?
Could you count it?
I'm going to. That's going to be my first sightseeing book. I need to turn on here. Hello, I'm close. Is that any? It's not even better. Whatever. It's fine.
That's okay. That looks fine.
Reading the Ballad of Never After. There's so many good books here that I'm like, I really
are.
Need to read these, and then I just keep reading the same books over and over again.
Even just scrolling through the like book recommendations channel, I'm just like, I want to read that. 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 And then I know I never will. But...
I know. Josh, yeah.
Yeah.
That we had a lot of Joshes.
We also had a lot of Joshes.
Yeah. Like the early 90s was the same three names over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, only I can't think of many Courtneys.
I don't know another Courtney.
I've now forgotten every single person I've ever known. So like, it's like when somebody asks you, what's your favorite book?
I've never read a book in my life.
I'm a fraud. I've never read. Like,
tell me something about yourself. Oh boy, don't ask that question. I ain't know me.
I am a person.
I have feet.
Hello, it's Emma. Hello. Confessions of a Canine Drama Queen? Excuse me, that sounds fantastic.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
That's a title by.
Yes, this is accurate. I don't know what books are. I have not watched BookTube in so long. I start a video and then I have to go do something and I forget about it.
That's fair.
All I do on Instagram now is read the Reddit posts that people repost there because I can't be bothered to go on Reddit and
that's fair.
Get the comments. So just give me like a nice TLDR of all the Reddit posts.
Yeah.
40% of your book. Hoping to finish today. Oh, Truly Devious. I read the first book and I really like that. I need to get into the rest of the series.
I believe in you. You can get it done.
Yes, obvious choice. I believe in you. We're going to be here for 4 hours. And then who is it that's coming after
Brittany?
Brittany for 4 hours. So this is like all day. There's streams all day long. This Delicious Death. That's a great title.
Oh, that is a good title.
That
Fairchild is one of my hero favorites, my host favorites.
Your hero favorite. So I'm a for that.
I am a hero.
I hear great things and just haven't gotten around to it.
It's really good, but it's also one of those books that you have to be in the mood for.
So
you have to be in a good space.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. I have The Astonishing Color of After on my TBR, and I am...
Oh, you got to be in a good space.
I'm not emotionally ready for that.
You got to be in a good space.
Yeah. Hello. 902 points. Damn.
That's good.
I
think my first book is going to be like 730 or something like that.
I forgot to do the math, and I don't know how to do math. So what are we at?
Okay, let's do some maths for you right now. How many pages are there?
385.
Okay, and you are?
I'm gonna take the car, so the 1.5 times the
is 577.5.
Not bad.
And then it's an author of color?
Yes, and that's an extra 50 points. Not translated.
627.5. And it's got your host color.
Oh yeah, it is purple. That is
677.5.
We're golden. We're golden.
That's good.
902 points. That's fantastic.
Yeah, you guys are okay. You're okay.
We are all excited. Stop.
Oh.
Stop. I'm gonna cry so much thinking about that. BookCon was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. And that was 2019. So it was like the last time everything was normal.
Things were normal.
Yeah, that was. We've got the love for Margaret. We've got the love for Emma. Everybody's loving everybody. Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Another great title. And that is a mood. Lunch and kids, they never stop eating. Every time I try to do something, it's like, I gotta feed them again. I don't even know what to make ever. Oh my, okay, this Kiss Quotient, great book.
Great book.
Awesome book. I cried.
Phenomenal book.
Yeah. Matt's only here for a bit and then having to do some work. Boo, work sucks.
It does.
Upgrade. Blake Crouch. What did Blake Crouch write?
I know that name, but the only thing I know from him, I think, is Upgrade. But the name is really familiar.
Let me pull up Goodreads because this is gonna bother me.
Oh, I'm one of those people too. Like if I'm watching a movie and I know someone's face, I'm like, I have to look you up. I have to know who you are. Like I was watching Inglourious Basterds the other week.
Great movie.
And somebody, like one of the soldiers came up and I was like, I know you. I know you. I know your face. I know you. What have you been in? It's BJ Novak.
Dark Matter is the book. I remember seeing that. I've never read it. Beartown 964.
964 is good.
I am curious to see what the points are going to be like at the end of the month, because if we're coming in hot with like 1,000 points almost for books on day one, this is a lot. Almost done with adulting. Fantastic. The Push. Another German book.
Do you want me to read the German bit?
I have a degree in German, actually. I taught myself German when I was 14 because I was bored. I was that kid. I had no friends. So
I'm sorry, did you say you taught yourself German because you were bored?
Yeah, I was.
I love that.
It was the first summer that I was like alone. My mom was working a lot and my brother went away to basic training. And I listened to a lot of like much music, the Canadian like MTV basically. And Tokyo Hotel kept coming on. And I was like, I really like this band. And then I did some research and found out they were German. And I'm like, I want to learn what they're saying. So I taught myself German in one summer.
Obsessed.
Mostly by listening. Oh my God, there's so many people here.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hi, friends.
Hi. Oh my God, hi.
Hi.
Everybody introduce yourselves. I'm so sorry. I don't know how long you guys were waiting there. I have no
We got excited by points in German. It's a sentence I never thought I would say, getting excited by German. But there you are.
Bree, do you want to start?
Hi, I'm Bree. I created this chaotic readathon.
Our fearless leader.
Thank you.
that apparently is way more complicated than it originally anticipated being. I had this idea for a readathon, and I sent like one page of notes to a couple of people, and it turned into this. And this is
pretty.
Hi, beautiful. I love you.
This
I would
is
kill
Schmidt.
for you already.
And that's
Schmitty, are you the best boy?
Of course he is.
There you go. Doyle
I
is
just got
so
home.
offended. Like said that, he's just like, no.
Well, I just got home and he's very much a mama's boy. So now we're going to be glued to me.
That's fantastic. This is adding a whole new layer to this. Like, it's so aesthetically pleasing. I love it.
Yeah, he knows he's pretty.
As he should. As he should.
Okay, you want to go?
Not really. Oh.
I'm obsessed. Oh my God, this is fantastic.
Anyway, that's me.
Hold on, this is my turn.
Yeah.
I'm Neva. Hello. Channel is Reading with Neva. I do vlogs and sprints. That's really it. Also my 6-year-old likes to try to take over my channel. So if that happens, sorry.
We love her. This is actually Reading with Ari.
She literally told me the other day that she also has a channel and she called it Reading with Ari, and I was like, wow, okay. She also stole one of my, it's like a cheap one, but she stole like one of my like selfie stick tripod things and walked around the house and pretends to vlog. So
That's adorable.
Adorable.
That's the thing that she does.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. Start the channel. Start it. We're here. We're all subscribing.
Yeah. So she will at some point she'll come in and she'll be like, "Can I say hi to everybody on the spreads?"
The
Oh,
answer is yes.
Yes. So she loves YouTube more than me, probably. Oh, I'm on Team Yellow. I clearly don't have my shirt on because I had to film a video. Somehow I got 2 videos up in the last 24 hours.
Nice.
nice.
That's fantastic.
And that was after uploading the first video at 1.5 speed by accident because I watched them at that speed to edit and then I forgot to.
Oh no.
It was up for like 2 hours and people watched it and no one told me. Like,
Oh
man,
no.
your video is too fast. I went to watch it myself, like for the watch hours.
And then you're like, wait a
And I
second.
was like, do I sound like that?
Honestly, like I've considered putting my videos in 1.5 because sometimes I'm like I talk so slowly, and other times I talk like I'm on crack, and you cannot understand me because I'm talking so fast. So
I always watch videos on at least 1.5 times speed.
I don't.
1.5 if the accent isn't similar to mine. 2 if the accent is the same as mine.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm like I can't focus anymore. Like this is
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, that's me. I'm reading The Help, which I feel like was a mistake. These chapters are
Oh
40.
no.
I heard you saying that.
Like I thank God I'm not reading this with my eyes because originally I was gonna just read it on my Kindle.
Mm.
Because I was like, I already own it on the Kindle, it's fine. And then I went to Audible and I was like, oh, girl, you got 3 credits. Might as well grab the
Yeah.
audiobook. So I grabbed the audiobook and thank God because otherwise I would have had to find a new book.
Well, you should be able to finish it tonight at work at the very latest.
Yeah, I can definitely finish it tonight. I mean, it says I still have 8 hours. It's a 16-hour audiobook. Who was writing books like this in 2009?
That-
Who was I didn't buy it till 2012, but ma'am, there's no reason for it to be this long.
No.
40-page chapters though. That's like
That's a long chapter.
So, and I was like, maybe it's just the audiobook. You know what I mean? And then I looked at the ebook. No, they're definitely we're between 30 and 45 minute long chapters.
Wow.
Jeez.
Why? And
That's
like
entirely too long.
at least
Yeah.
the audiobook, it's like Bonnie Turpin and Octavia Butler and like a couple other people. So like it's a full cast.
Oh, that's cool.
that makes up for it slightly.
But like, I mean, I would have been fine if it was like just Bonnie Turpin. Like it would have made up for it, I guess, maybe a little. But I'm just like, I'm definitely gonna have to just grind this out at work tonight because I do not
Fair.
know.
Yeah, I can't even imagine writing chapters like that. Like I'm getting antsy at 4,000 words. I'm like, this is too long. I gotta cut this. I gotta turn this into different chapters. Like
At least she could have just done shorter chapters and just more chapters. Like I would prefer a thicker book, but like 5-page chapters. You know?
Yeah.
like scene breaks. They just chapter. Don't do 15 different scenes in one chapter. That's not necessary. That's so annoying. Oh my god. Oh boy. Like I find it takes so much longer to read a book with long chapters like that. Especially
It's draining.
It's
like,
draining, yeah.
who has the attention span for that?
Not me.
Like maybe when I was 16 and I had no other responsibilities except school that I just didn't do my homework. But
here's the thing: if I bought this book in 2012, that means that my oldest child was born. For anyone who doesn't know, I actually have 4 kids, but 3 of them were adopted. That means my oldest child was born and in my house with me when I read this book. So I had a newborn when I read this book.
40-page chapters of the new no.
There's no
I don't know how you do that.
I had to have had like the baby daddy read the book to me or something. There's no way that I had a newborn baby and read 40-minute chapters. There's just no way.
No.
That's
unless it took me a year to read this book, which is possible.
Possible.
all right. Let's look through some more of these because I saw this comment here. The Black Prism. one of my favorite books. That series, iconic. Read it immediately. Stop work. If your boss says keep working, quit your job, read the book. I'm not joking. The Kiss Quotient, again, amazing.
So good.
Breathless. Team Blue. There are 8 million people on Team Blue. I don't understand
Yeah,
what
It's
happened.
because
There are 181 on TV.
8 million.
Did you say 500?
100.
Oh my, I thought you said, I'm like, there wasn't even 500 people signed up. How did this?
8 million people.
I cannot do math, and even I know that that's.
We had a really big surge yesterday.
it is blue team is the biggest team though, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, by
I-
far.
I feel
I
like it's
checked on the
because-
Discord.
I
The
feel like
choose your team, like the reactions are 177 reactions, and the other teams have 60, like
Right.
60-ish.
We
And
have
you're
like
on Blue.
52, I think, on the Discord.
You have
I truly just feel like
you have 64, Aoife.
On
I
the
only know
Discord.
because I'm literally like working on a spreadsheet right now.
On the Discord or have signed up?
Signed up.
Yeah.
I truly do feel like it's because like blue, even me, like I have a ton of blue books.
Yeah. Blue
true.
books are so common.
Like I literally have 2 blue books sitting on my nightstand.
I remember when I was in this editing and publishing course where like we got to work on it was a book of poetry and like was actually published and sold in Indigo locally, and like we were basically interns for this company. That was a very loud sound. I apologize. When we were doing the stuff like on the publishing side of the course, the second half, we had to do the cover design, the interior design, all of the marketing stuff. And our professor was telling us about how blue and black books were the most popular because your eye is just drawn to that more. And he's like, go to the bookstore, count how many books there are in like one section, count how many blue books. It's going to be more than 50%.
Well,
So
I think it also depends on the genre.
genre, yes.
Because
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
there are a lot of red thrillers.
Yes.
Fantasy is a lot of blue, a lot of black.
And then romance is more like yellow and then like pastel colors.
I've got
Yes,
a
and a lot of
of
pink.
light blue. Like it's all pastel, but still a lot of blue. Like just various shades of blue all around this damn library. Like everywhere I look, there's too much blue. There's not enough purple. And that is a fact. There needs to be more purple books.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we were doing math. It's disgusting.
We
I'm
saw.
sorry.
It's okay. We've moved past it.
Yes.
We've moved past it.
Yeah.
50. What is that? 53. 531.
531.5.
I will say this:
What are they
it makes the help at least is like 1,002 points. So like,
Nice.
Worth it,
Nice.
but still 40.
but it's only 1,002 points because I was like, I'm not trying to drive 12 hours from my house to New York, so we're just gonna fly there.
I'm taking a boat from another continent.
I saw that.
I drove from Utah.
I mean, it's a 10-hour drive from where I am, but we're driving.
We're
I've done it
driving.
before. I did it to BookCon. It
It's
was
fine. It's
a very
fine.
long drive, but BookNet Fest, amazing. Fantastic.
So I did the math, and there is one team that is running away with this right now.
Is it red?
I'm not telling you that.
Is
Is
it
it
red?
blue?
It's red because Shay was telling us how many points, and it was ridiculous.
But yeah, they are. If they're not winning already, they're definitely going to as soon as Izzy submits her 1,700 point book.
Who has 1,700 points?
It's
Izzy?
like an epic fantasy, and she's flying, and like it's translated.
You know what? I might have to change up my TBR because I can think of a fantasy book that I have that's 700 pages ish, and it was originally in German, translated to English.
There you go.
There you go.
Maybe for the
We're
second.
doing
Prompt.
it.
Maybe for the second prompt. You've already started your book, so you don't want to.
That's true. That's
You don't
true.
want to like restart your progress.
Yeah, you don't want to have to go all the way back home because you forgot your fucking keys or something.
Did you forget your passport, Zoe?
My passport's expired. Okay, we're not going anywhere. I'm here in New York illegally. right now. There is a warrant out for my arrest. My God.
Immigrant.
A passport literally expired in 2020. I'm like, there's no way I'm leaving my house during the plague right now.
No.
What do you think I'm doing renewing my passport? Are you kidding me? Ridiculous.
Also, there would have been such a backlog as well of like people who else had their passport expire in 2020, 21, and they were like, well, I'm not going to do it now. The world is closed, and now the world is open again, and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
let me go down to the passport office.
I had
I'm not doing
to
it.
rush mine to go to Brazil last year
Wow.
because I'm neurodivergent and I forgot.
That is a big reason also why mine expired. A bitch cannot remember shit. I got 3 small children and ADHD.
Yeah.
And I'm a Libra, so I'm just dumb.
How old is your oldest?
3. There are 3.
Oh, you have
2,
3
and
under
6
3?
months. Yeah, there's 3 under 3.
That is
Yeah. Semi-planned that way too. So and we still are thinking about 2 more.
what did you say? 3? How many months and 6 months?
3 just turned 2 and just turned 6 months. So there's like 15 months between the first 2 and then 19 months, I think, between the second 2.
Godspeed.
Yeah. As soon as I recovered, I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm going to get these all out of the way. And then once I'm done, I'm going to get it all scooped out because I've got endometriosis and I don't want to deal with this shit.
Good
Fair.
plan.
And if the doctor's not going to do it, I'm going to go in there with a melon baller and I will do it myself. I am 100% serious.
It's okay. You're Canadian. They'll do it.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my old teachers recently, and she said she tried to get a full hysterectomy, and a doctor wouldn't do it. And she's got a couple kids. She's, I think, mid-50s now, maybe late 40s. Wouldn't do it. And I'm like, what if your husband wants more children? I don't give a shit about that bitch. Are you kidding me? I don't want more children.
Does he not have enough?
Yeah. Oh my God. No, thank you. Where was this comment? I lost track.
BookCon.
We are. I don't even know. Oh my God, there were so many comments that came in. Okay, that's why. I'm just dumb.
It's fine.
Hello.
Hi, Michelle, love you.
Hi, Michelle.
Emma. No,
Same.
I do that
Fair.
with IMDb and Wikipedia because I need
This
to know
is why I
every.
hate going to movie theaters
also
because you
do.
can't have your phone out. And then, like, what if you see an actor you'd recognize?
Right.
Yeah.
By the time you're done, you forget.
Right.
Yeah.
The last movie that I saw in the theater, I'm never going to the theater again. It gave me so much anxiety. Like, I'm not, like, I hadn't been to the theater since before the pandemic. And then I, like, bothered my partner for weeks, like months. And I was like, please take me to a movie. So we went and saw the D&D movie.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was Googling IMDb and like under my leg. And he was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I'm looking stuff up. And he was like, bro, put your phone away. And I was like, okay. But like just the act of like having to sit in there with other people,
That's why you go
it gave me
when
so
there's
much-
nobody else in there.
There
That's
shouldn't
a
have
good
been
point.
anybody else. We went on like a Thursday at like 11:30 in the morning because my kid was still in school, so we had to go before her bus got home. So we
Why
went,
were people there?
I don't know.
Garbage.
And it had been like it had been out for like a few weeks. So he was like, there really shouldn't be any people. There were enough
Yeah.
people that I was like, I do not want to be here.
That's rough. You
I
just go up to everybody. Excuse me. Do you not have
Could you
hobbies?
You don't have to go to work.
Could you go? You have nothing else better to do today.
Exactly. Let's see here. Whatever Blake Crouch you read first will be your favorite. Interesting.
It's true.
Interesting.
Hello.
Hello.
Margaret has tea, like
Let's see.
physical
Like
tea.
gossip
or
or the
like-
drink?
Let's keep going through the comments. Maybe we'll find out. Ooh, the
If it
library.
turns out to be the drink, I'm going to be so disappointed.
I know. I started reading The Library at Mount Char last October at my brother's house. We were there to visit for Thanksgiving, which is in October, because that's the proper
Canada.
Thanksgiving.
That makes more sense, not having it 3 weeks before the other big
right?
holiday.
Okay, I need to stop smacking this damn thing. So I was like, I'm gonna take a bath. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna start this book, and it was so damn weird. And I got 3 chapters into it and forgot that I was reading it. So I've never finished it.
How did you forget that you were reading it? Did you just put it down and not pick it back up?
I put it down and I walked away, and then it slipped out of my mind because, again, ADHD and children.
Obstinate person, whatever it's called, object permanence.
Yeah,
We got there in the end.
yeah. Is this real tea?
Again, is it a beverage or a discussion?
We've got lots of puppies. Yes. The Strand Books shirt. Yep. So sad. I remember that. Emma, didn't you come up with something for Autograph Alley? There was oh my god, I'm trying to remember what you were telling me and Karis about this. But this was literally a lifetime ago. So I don't even know. But I remember you being so excited about that. What kind of dog? That's the real question.
He's a standard poodle.
A Poodski. I love him. Yeah. I cannot watch anything at regular speed. I cannot listen to anything. I see your answer here. That is fantastic. Emma's off to dinner, so Emma is not actually here to answer my question. Boo! Come back. Jack. Chapter's written well, you won't notice it, how long it is.
This is true. I'm reading like one of the books for Spiffbo right now, and they're like 20-page chapters, but it's written so well, and there are breaks within the chapter.
Okay.
That helps.
So it does not faze me.
Well, I can tell with the help.
Fair.
That's not a good sign.
Longer chapters because of Cassandra Clare. With the 18 million books, I'm still so fucking salty about how my copy of City of Glass says the last book in the trilogy. And here we are with, I don't even know how many more Shadowhunters books have come out.
I was like, that book's probably worth some money at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I remember reading these as they were coming out. I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, this is going to be ended. It's all tied up nicely. And then 3 more books in that series. And then 15 different other series tying into it now. Like, I get it. You're making bank. But what about another idea?
She does have a new, completely different series coming out this year.
Oh, she does?
It's an adult book.
Oh, I swear to God, if I see one Shadowhunters reference in that thing,
you know there will be.
I'm throwing myself through the window, not the book. Black Prison. I did put that on my favorites. That's right. That was several weeks ago. That I think you asked.
It was probably several months ago at this point.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you notice how long a chapter is, you're boring.
Agreed.
Yes, a lot of pink and yellow. A lot of
pink and yellow.
You're loving the pastels. Wait, this comment, I stopped learning. I forgot how to read.
Well, thank God that's not what we're here to do.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to read at all. We're gonna go through the rest of these, and then we're gonna, or some of, holy shit, there's a lot of comments. We should start a sprint, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I learned last night. I'm like, we have to go through these so fast. No much faster.
I know. I'm like, is there anything that stands out as a pertinent question that somebody needs to answer here? I don't think so. But hello, everybody that has shown up. I'm so sorry if I have missed your comment. We are yelling because that's mean. I don't know what it was. I don't remember.
It's because I said that there's one team that's running away, and I won't tell you what it is.
And then told us anyway.
Seconded.
I did not tell you.
That's mean. Okay. Blink once if it's red. Blink twice if it's any other color.
What if I just don't blink?
Well, you're gonna have to blink.
Come on.
All right. Where the hell is my thing? I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing here. We're gonna take. I have not done this in so long, so we're gonna. This one. There we go. Haha!
That works.
I did it.
Excellent.
How long are we gonna do? We're gonna start with a nice quick one. Okay. Let's start with 15 minutes. So we can pretend like we're gonna get any reading done. And it's gonna be fantastic.
Great.
I will see you in 15 minutes.
Now boarding flight AMZ 804 to New York.
All right. You did it. 15 minutes. Nice short one to warm up. Everybody too.
I read 6% or listened to 6%.
I think I read 9 pages.
You're
No,
reading
I
in
also
German
uploaded-
too.
And I read it in German.
That's
But also
pretty good.
uploaded a video.
Yeah. So multitasking.
Yeah.
I mean, I finished the last 15 minutes of the chapter I was on.
That's not right. that's not right.
Sounds about right.
Literally, when the timer went off, it switched to chapter 5. So I had 15 minutes left of chapter 4.
Nice.
That's 3 chapters in a normal book.
It's unbelievable,
Yeah.
to be honest.
That's ridiculous. I think I got 10 pages done, which is surprising because I had to go get grapes for Carter, change Zach's diaper, turn a movie on for Carter because Kurt's doing dishes right now and Carter's being ridiculous. He's stood on his little piano and tried to take all the magnets off the fridge.
As toddlers do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic 3-year-old being a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I saw some people joined in during the sprint there. Hello, everybody. Where did the timer slap? Yes, they do. Thank you to Margaret for that. Oh, I got to put the link in the description. You know what? Let me do that while I'm thinking about it.
If you used the thing that the Google Doc that I sent, it's already in there.
I did not do that because I
Oh,
totally
okay.
forgot because I suck ass. It's fine.
So-
But yeah, the link will be in the description to the timers if you guys want to use them for yourselves.
Which you can and should.
Yes. And there we go. Oh, wait, no. What the hell did I just do? There we go. The word nerd. Beautiful. Okay, so that's updated in there. Let's see. Jen read 2%. It's 2% more than you had before. It's fantastic.
Y'all have already finished 52 books.
Who finished 52 books?
Like, that's how many we've submitted already.
Oh, I thought you said a
That's
single
good.
person.
No.
I also thought it was a single person, and I got very worried and scared.
Like, are they children's books?
Where'd you get the time machine? And can you share
No.
it with everybody else? Thank you very much. Checked voicemail, answered an email, read 4 pages. Multitasking.
Right?
Multitasking for the win. Nothing read. That is a mood.
That is
Honestly, most sprints I typically get like half a word read before I have to go do something else. So
Right?
posted New York pictures in the Discord, more YouTube videos to add to a playlist. Fantastic.
Nice.
2 chapters. So not The Help. That's not what you're reading. 2 chapters.
You read a normal book.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like every chapter is like of this book is like the equivalent of like 3 chapters. Like I feel like there should be like 3 chapters, not
Yeah.
just 1. You know?
Damn. Updating story graph. I have not done that in like 2 years. So first chapter of Lost in the Moment and Found. I
Oh.
have not read a single book by that author.
This one
Not
is
one.
one of my favorites.
Not
Yeah?
one.
Yeah, this is the one that came out in January of this year. It's
Mm.
dark.
As in, is on your host favorite, or is just a favorite?
No. It's like my favorite one of my favorites in the series.
Should I read the series?
Yes, but you should binge the whole thing together.
Are there more books coming out?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna wait.
There's
then.
another one coming out in January. Like she does it January of every year, but the thing is like they're all like 115 page novellas.
They're not
like, but I binged them last year for Readathon. I read all of them together, and it was like that's the way to read it Because when you read
Okay.
it one at a time, you kind of like get in and out of the world, and because it's so short.
So I'm gonna wait until they're all out, and
Good
then
idea.
He hasn't said how many are even in the series. She's just going to continue writing them because it's such an
That's
expansive multiverse that she could write a book forever.
Oh, here we go. 4%. We're at 92% of Gods of Jade and Shadow. That's Team Purple. Finishing a book on day one.
Loud and annoying.
Yay!
Hello from the Twitter Discord. From
Hello.
Courtney. Hello, Courtney. 55 pages of Heartstopper. Another one. So
What
popular.
a good book.
That's a host favorite.
Heartstopper.
That is my favorite of the whole series.
Me too.
I
Maybe I should read volume 1 for sightseeing because it's green.
It is green.
I am reading green books this leg.
It is green.
Wait,
And the
okay.
series comes out on Friday.
Yeah.
When does the next prompt drop?
That's a very good question.
Drop.
It's a good question.
Do we get to know?
No.
Okay. Well,
Do we get to know?
No.
Rude.
that's mean.
Nope. Nobody knows. I know.
Do you though?
I do.
Do you know? the
Man,
month
I
of
have
May?
an entire calendar in Google spreadsheet that is so in depth right now. I'm like, this needs to be submitted on this day, and then this needs to come out on this day, and this graphic needs to come out on this day.
After the readathon is done, you should share that because the organizational skills
Yeah.
for running a readathon like this, mind blowing.
Mhm.
I truly hyper focused for a couple months.
I can bet.
Clearly, like I don't like, and then that's just I'm in awe. I love spreadsheets. I can't stick to them.
No,
the
it's
fact
like
that,
literally I open my computer and that's the first thing that like I just always have it up because otherwise I will forget.
That's valid. That's totally
That's
valid.
fair.
Made coffee and ready for the next sprint. Beautiful. We'll go for a longer
Mhm.
one next time.
I'm gonna make lunch in the next round.
What are you gonna have?
Well, I had a leftover salmon burger patty, and then I also had some leftover salad. So I'm just gonna
Mhm.
tear up the patty into the salad,
Good choice.
Smart.
Good choice.
make a little salad.
Has
Trying to
anyone
eat
read-
healthy. It doesn't work very well.
Healthy's boring.
It doesn't have to.
Healthy is boring if you don't season food properly.
Correct.
That's the problem.
That is true.
Has anyone read either of these books? Kiss Her Once for Me or The Dating Playbook?
I
Kiss Her
read
Once
The
for
Dating
Me
Playbook.
is Kiss Her Once for Me is a Christmas romance. So if you're not in the mood for that, just know that going in.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the dating playbook.
The Dating Playbook is a BIPOC author, so you get some more points for that.
Yeah.
I read something by her.
The Charm Offensive.
Why are you so far away? I can't see you. The Boyfriend Project.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
but
the first one in the
yeah.
series.
I did.
This
like
one is like in that series.
But it's not necessarily you have to have read the first book to read the second book.
No, they're all like companions.
Because
So
I
like a
read
typical
only the second
romance
book and
series.
didn't lose too much.
Yeah, I mean they're both good books, but like just know that the Alison Cochrane book is a Christmas romance. So
that might change it.
if it's 100 degrees outside, you may not want to read that, or you might want to. I don't know.
Am I the only person?
Maybe
that
you
likes-
want to cool out. Maybe you
Yeah.
want to cool off a little bit.
I read them all year long. I watch Christmas movies all year long. I am a complete hoe for Christmas. You cannot stop me from listening to Christmas music in June.
That's fair.
It's fair.
I do it.
Do what makes you happy.
Exactly.
A lot of people loving this energy of no one knowing when the prompts drop. That's
I will say it's a pretty unique thing to this readathon.
chicken pot pie. That's a great idea. Do that.
That's a great idea.
Delicious.
Truth Witch. I read Truth Witch. I might have read Wind Witch. I don't know, but I need to finish that series. Didn't love Kiss Her Once for Me. And the next comment, it was so cute. I love
See, everybody reads the same
I
book
love that.
differently.
I love that. New season of Heartstoppers. I don't know.
I
if
also
they're-
wonder.
Yeah, I don't like graphic novels that much. So any of the popular ones, I like. I would just rather read the descriptions than look at any illustrations. So most of the time with graphic novels, I find myself like just wishing that it was a traditional book. And then it just falls flat, which is very sad because I hear so many good things about so many different graphic novels. And I'm like, I feel I got the FOMO, but I can't do it.
That's fair.
Oh, here we go. Fake dating.
Yes.
Have not read that one.
Take a hint, Danny Brown.
Yeah.
Great book.
Yeah. This, but English.
That one, but maybe in English.
Yes.
This, but English. Wait, this. But hold on. Sorry. This,
Also,
but this.
yeah.
Yes.
Also, The Wedding Crasher
Yeah.
is fake dating. I think both of those are on the host favorite books. Is Wedding Crasher a host favorite?
Wedding Crasher is one of my host favorites.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was you or I. Is Part of Your World fake dating?
The X Talk is also fake dating by Rachel Lynn Solomon.
Yeah. Is Part of
Um,
Your World? I don't remember.
I also don't remember.
It's been too long since I've read that.
I don't think it was.
The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren is fake dating, and that's a very yellow book if you're on the yellow team. But you're
That is a very yellow book.
not on the yellow team. So.
I was gonna say Iris Kelly, but that's not out yet.
No,
But when it does come out, Iris Kelly Doesn't Date by Ashley Herring Blake is fake dating.
I'm looking at all my romance books and
Me
I
too.
have forgotten the plot of all of them.
Me too.
Hey.
Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma is fake dating, and a pink cover if you're on the red team.
I was gonna say Love Light Farms, but it's August.
Also a Christmas book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot remember a single one of these plots to save my life right now.
Me
Okay.
neither. Reading comprehension, what is that?
Apparently, I've read the books. I just don't know what they're about.
I read them and I remember liking them. And then as soon as I closed the book, I forgot everything about them. Character names, plot details.
Great.
It's gone. I have to purge to make room for new things that I will also forget the
Yeah.
second
Anything
after.
to say, sir?
The second I closed that book.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Not
It's
here.
amazing that I remember that I have the book. If
Sometimes I don't. And then I buy another copy.
That
Yeah,
has
I
happened
do
to
the
me.
same. I've done the same several times. Oh, I already have that on my Kindle. Oh. Well, now I also have it physically.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't count. I have multiple copies, multiple formats of lots of books.
And but the worst is when you buy the same book and it's the exact same cover, the exact same format, and you're like,
I know that.
it's not even like I have a
How did I
different.
not know you were here?
It's just the exact same one again. Garbage. Useless.
What is a brain?
We don't.
I know I didn't get one.
We did not get the brain cells.
I didn't sign up.
It's amazing that I studied the psychology. I got a degree in developmental psychology, studying the brain, and I still don't know what the fuck it does. I don't know how to use mine. So,
Nope.
Love Light Farms. I don't know what that book is. I have never seen the cover, so I am going to be useless. Anybody else?
It is a green cover.
Thank you for having knowledge. Oh, that's cute.
I know,
It
right?
is. It's Christmas though, so
Hashtag worth it. It's too hot. Let's bring
I was
on
gonna
the
say, Zoe, I
robot.
think you might like that book actually.
yeah, I think you'd enjoy it.
Hands off?
Fake dating,
Christmas
Little-
tree,
a little steamy,
small
Sold.
town.
friends to lovers.
Yeah.
Sold.
A character who may as well be part of the Evelyn Hugo universe because she's named Evelyn St. James.
It's true.
Is it fan fiction? Possible?
No.
Possible.
Maybe.
Maybe it started that way.
Maybe.
This is a mood here.
Oh.
Twice a day.
The Wiggles is a great option.
Honestly, our middle son Noah is going through a phase where every time he sees the TV, he goes, dogs, Dog?
Bluey.
No, not Bluey. Bolt. The movie
Oh.
Bolt. As soon as it's done, he comes up to me and he goes, dogs. And if I don't answer, he goes, dogs. And I have to
Oh.
restart the movie. I've been watching Bolt 6 times a day. You put on anything else, and he's like, dogs. Dogs.
Oh.
Tried any other dog movie. He was watching them before, and then he saw Bolt, and he's like, this is my whole world. I don't want anything else. I'm like, you're 2, whatever. Like, I'm just going to put it on an audiobook, and I don't have to listen to this anymore.
There you go.
What did you finish? That's the real question.
Do you enjoy it?
She was reading a middle grade. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't remember. I remember
What are
hearing it
books?
last night, I think. Was it crying in a good way? Like you were happy that you were crying? It was emotional? Or were you crying because it was garbage? Because that's happened.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
What's happened to me?
Christmas in August is fine. Yeah. It's hot as balls here. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's have cold air.
Do it.
Hummingbird by Natalie Lloyd.
That's
Those. Once again, I have not heard of books. I have been living in a cave. I don't know. New releases. Who are they? I don't know.
I
went
also
into
don't know
the
this book. If that is.
Sunday, I went to the bookstore and I was
Mhm.
like, I don't know what any of these books are. I went into the YA section and I'm like, I haven't kept up with any of this. Fantasy, romance, same thing. So I'm like, I'm going to find a purple book and go with it because I don't
Fair enough.
know what's happening at all.
It's a lucky dip.
Yeah. The magic of everyday life. That's fantastic.
Oh, that's adorable.
I like that. Especially for middle grade readers, like the like kids to just learn how to love the small moments and it's not all
Yeah.
going to be big things. That's beautiful. This is a good idea. I
That's a
support it.
good call.
Trying the first chapter. See if you're in the mood for Christmas vibes or fake dating.
True.
Why not both?
Good call.
All right. Let's start another sprint.
Yay.
Because I need to finish this book so I can start writing. Because I need to get my words in for the day. So I can finish this damn draft. So,
Good plan.
what am I doing here? Here we go. Okay, stop showing me the screen sharing tips, you bitch. Okay.
And that was so forceful too.
I know.
Listen,
That's
my laptop updated last night, and now it keeps prompting me to use my phone as a webcam. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
No, thank you.
You know what? Let's do the full hour. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Let's do it.
Everybody.
I
gets the-
theoretically should finish my book in that sprint then.
Yeah.
You got this.
I theoretically can read one chapter.
I will read one chapter.
I
Maybe
don't
a chapter
know.
and a half.
If you get a full chapter done in that time, that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it currently says that this chapter is 44 minutes and 19 seconds long.
Jeez.
That's not right.
That's
And
and that's like, but you
That's too many minutes.
I'm hoping that means it's really like 22 minutes long, just because I am listening at 2 times speed.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
chapter will not do the time.
But,
it
like-
doesn't do the time speed.
Okay.
Could you imagine if I was listening to this at 1 time speed? I would die.
That.
Oh,
Oh, my
no,
God.
thank
You'd be dead by now.
Just check yourself into the hospital. At that point. All right, let's start this. I believe in everybody. We can do this. I will see you on the other side.
See you in an hour.
boarding flight AMZ 804 to New York City.
Hello?
Hello.
I've got a child. I had to stop and feed him. I didn't think I'd be back in time for this.
Mine is watching Bluey, so if you can hear that. Hello.
Hi. Free, you're muted.
Name's Ari.
Sorry about that.
Here, watch Bluey if that's what you're watching.
That is the sweetest little voice.
There's like so many Blueys.
There's only one Bluey.
No.
Hi, I'm Bluey.
See?
At least it's Blue. There are worse kids shows.
I know.
Truthfully, I watch Bluey when I'm by myself, so
I've done that with Bluey, Paw Patrol.
I quite literally said, "Do not pick anything annoying," and she said, "Can I watch Bluey?" And I was like, "Sure." Bluey's not annoying.
Well, I thought you.
How'd everybody do?
I finished my book.
Excellent, excellent.
I gave it 2.5 stars.
Not excellent.
As someone who advocates for mental health on my channel, I'm not really a fan when they use it as a plot twist.
Oof. Hate it.
And like the thing is I can't even talk about it because it's like literally the whole twist of the book and the spoiler. But like mental health shouldn't be a spoiler.
Wait, which book again?
The Last House on Needless Street. It's horror. You won't read it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's on my TBR.
I mean, Michelle loves it, and there are a lot of people that loved it. I think it's definitely you're gonna love it or hate it kind of book.
I want to love it for the cat, bro. I want to love
The
it.
cat is funny, but like,
Guess what we got when we were at
Yeah.
the store, and
That's the worst when it plays out like that and you're like, there's so many other things you could have done.
It's no.
Honestly, I'm still gonna read it because I bought it like right after it was published. What was it, like last year or the year before? I literally bought it on Kindle, then forgot that it was on my Kindle until I organized my Kindle all into collections by genre.
Did we all buy it last spooky season because we were gonna buddy read it?
Yes.
Like we were all on sprints. and we were
Yes,
like,
that's
we
what
should do this, and then none of us actually did.
None of us actually. We didn't even start like a chat.
No.
Just like everybody buy it. We were like, okay. So we all bought it. I bought it on my Kindle, and then I forgot that I had it until a couple months ago when I was like, I'm going to reorganize because originally I just had my books organized by like purchase, Libby, and ARCs, and then like Kindle Unlimited. Am I finding anything that way? Absolutely not. So I reorganized my Kindle by genre.
Right.
And I found it while I was organizing the horror books. And I was like, oh, I forgot I had this book.
Right.
I should probably read that. I'll read it during
Collective-
Halloween.
It's a collective hive mind of forgetting.
I think it was. I think
We
it
literally
was.
were like, we should all buddy read this because Michelle had read it and she loved it. So we were like, we should all buddy read this. And it was like, I don't know, probably like 5 or 6 of us. We all bought
like
it.
Rye was one of them.
No
I
one
don't-
read it. It's fine.
It's fine.
A glitch in the matrix that caused
It
you all to
really
forget.
was.
Did you guys all remember about it at the same time too? Because that's creepy. If that's the case.
So I literally just picked it up because I'm like, when I did, because my patrons are picking the first book, and so I just had like 4 books, and then there's emoji polls. And I was literally I just picked 4 green books off of my shelf and was like, these 4.
Oh, I managed to read 2 chapters
Whoa.
and
Damn.
minutes of a 3rd chapter. I don't really know how that happened.
That's impressive.
I know. I was like, wow.
Was there an actual short chapter or what?
I think it's really because I'm listening to this at 2 times speed. Because
Wow.
this thing still has the audacity to tell me that I have 7 hours and 10 minutes in the book.
It's lying. There's no way.
I would like you to know that the team that had run away with it is no longer running away with it.
Oh.
Another team must have submitted a bunch of books.
And I only believe that I actually have 7 hours left because Libby does show you how much time you have in a book based off how fast you're listening to it. Because
Libby does
Yeah.
not. Audible does.
Audible does. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I make it small, like when I like do it like this, so it's like
Right.
down here, it tells me how long. This book is 18 hours.
Absolutely not.
How?
At
That's
one
like
time speed.
fantasy books.
At one time, this thing is 18 hours. What? I'm sorry.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
It's good that it's over 1,000 points because otherwise,
Right.
Better be for that.
Well, I was like,
Okay.
mine was only like 500 and something pages. So sorry.
what is the point? It's like it's like 497 pages or something, and then I took a plane so I could like double my page count, so it came out to like 900. Plus, it's yellow, so that was 50.
That's it has to be at that point for 40-page chapters.
Like I might as well just read this.
Great book.
Truly.
But
But
yeah,
I'm not that far in the series, so I can't revisit it.
that one I found I was flying through it because I either the chapters weren't that long or you don't know that the chapters are that long.
Right.
So,
I will say that Sarah J. Maas, at least with the Throne of Glass series, she seems to write, at least in the 4 books that I've read, they kind of vary in length, but you definitely get those chapters that are only like 3 pages.
yes, and it speeds it up.
Yeah, which like I don't mind if you vary in length, but I either need you to be short chapters or I need you to give me like a 30-page chapter and then a 4-page chapter.
Yeah.
Or like at least page breaks.
Yeah, page
Yeah.
breaks are good too. I think there are technically page breaks in the help,
Yeah,
but
I
the
guess you can't tell if you're just doing it on audio.
but like the way that they read it is like one narrator reads each chapter.
Oh,
So even if you change, so like there was a spot in the chapter for I don't remember what they actually call her, but her real name is Eugenia. She's like the white girl in this, right? So in the movie she was played by Emma Stone. There's a chapter where clearly we've changed perspective, like it, like almost like it should be read by a different narrator, but she's still reading it because it's all within the same
very weird.
chapter. So I'm like, where? So like knowing where the page breaks are in this audiobook is hard.
So it's full cast adjacent. Because that's a choice.
Because they only like Minnie, Octavia Spencer reads Minnie's part, which is kind of cool because she also played Minnie in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But she reads those chapters, and then Bonnie Turpin reads Abeeline's chapters, and then whoever she's a white lady, I don't know who she is, but whoever the narrator is for Eugenia reads her chapters, but they don't like switch.
Yeah.
Like they don't switch if the perspective switches in the middle of the chapter.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, that's your character, basically. So.
Right. And like maybe I just am that person that like got spoiled by Run Rose Run, which was I know he's not great, but I bought it because it was James Patterson and Dolly Parton. And the way that Dolly Parton wanted the audiobook read is like a movie. So they read back and forth like it's a screenplay.
I've seen that before. That's more books should do that.
And it's like so like you can't immersion read with it because they leave things out. Like if they're like she said blah blah blah, they don't say the she said part. They just read what they said.
So it's like kind of abridged, but like
it's like listening to a movie.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I kind of wish they had done that with this book.
What the Goose Girl by Shannon Hale. I think that audiobook was like that, but they kept in all the speech tags and everything. But each person read the dialogue for their character, and then the narrator had a different person. And it was very interesting. But
Yeah.
just the perspective change in the middle of the chapter, you'd think it would go back to the person who's narrating from that perspective.
You would think, but it
So
doesn't.
there's the adjacent part, because like, what are you doing? I don't understand.
I don't know truthfully, I don't know what they were doing with an 18-hour audiobook.
I know, like that's just
For
too
like
much.
it's like a historical fiction lit fic. Historical lit fic. Because
Yeah.
I'll give it the historical because it's supposed to take place in like the 50s.
Yeah.
And it is very true to that. I will say, if anybody wants to read this book, they definitely do say the N-word in this book.
That
Which
feels weird because isn't it a white author?
yeah.
It's
yeah.
always a choice.
And it was,
Yeah.
I mean, it was public. I'm like conflicted because technically it was published in 2009. And I feel like white authors that were writing historical Black fiction got away with more in 2009.
We're trying to be realistic,
Right.
guys.
But it's definitely a white, like it's only happened like once, I think, that I've like picked up on, I guess. But it was definitely a white character that used the N-word. They use Negro a lot, which that doesn't tend to bother me as much.
Same.
But there was definitely a white man that used the N-word while talking to Eugenia, and I was like, "Ugh."
With the hard R, I'm assuming, because
Yeah.
it's usually there.
And like
Comfy.
and the white narrator had to read that.
Oh no.
And she's speaking, and they're all speaking with Southern accents because this takes place in like Alabama. So we have Bonnie Turpin and Octavia Spencer, who they are Black people anyway, or Octavia Butler. Who am I saying? I don't know, but they're Black people. Okay, both of these people. I don't know what I'm saying at this point, but both those people are Black. Okay, great, fine. They're going to speak a certain way. That's, they use their natural voices in this. I don't know if the white narrator is actually Southern or not, but like her accent sounds fine to my ears. But like when she said the N-word with the hard R in this Southern accent, it literally made my skin crawl. Like I literally was like,
I want to throw up just hearing that. Like,
and I just like kept going because I was like, hopefully this doesn't happen again. But like that literally made me so uncomfortable. I actively cringed. So that's just a heads up. I didn't realize that they used that word in this book. I didn't remember that part clearly, and I'm pretty sure they don't say it in the movie.
No, I don't
I
think they
haven't seen the movie, and
I don't think they say it in the movie because I just do not foresee Emma Stone being okay with like using that word. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that reminds me of what was it? Django Unchained. Pretty sure Leo DiCaprio was saying like, "Do I have to say it? I don't want to."
Uncomfortable, bro. Like it's so uncomfortable, and like.
Yeah.
And like Emma, like not Emma, like Eugenia's mother says something about because like she fires their help while Eugenia is at college, and when Eugenia asks her about it, she does say something along the lines of like it was a Negro thing or something, and I was like, what? Did y'all speak like this in the 50s? Because wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunately, pretty sure.
Absolutely not. But yeah, the fact that they did say the N-word, I just thought I would warn people because there's no trigger warnings on this book. Like
it's almost like it's assumed that you should know this going into it. But that's not a good assumption.
And I want to say that in 2009 that they were getting away with more, authors.
Oh, absolutely. I like looking back.
But it still makes me so uncomfortable to even like
2009. They're like looking at especially the young adult books from 2009, the things that were said and done. It's like, okay, I forgot how different of a time that was. Like even just the general public, the way things were said and done. It just okay. We've grown, we've learned, but those books still exist. So Okay, I need to put this child down. He's flopping everywhere.
I am ready to be done with this.
Here. Are you okay? There. We're good. We're good. I read almost 100 pages in this damn book.
Nice.
And that was with stopping to feed Zach and kept getting distracted. But like the words are pretty big. There's quite a bit of white space here on these pages. So, and it's romance. So I'm flying through it, which is fantastic. What is that sound? Oh, Kurt's cutting up
Sorry,
cucumber.
why are you so close to TV, bro? You need glasses?
That's what that sound
Wait,
is.
I keep talking about.
All right, I'm making
you
an eye
about the
appointment.
eye appointment.
All right, I'm making an eye appointment. Thank God you start school on Thursday.
Well,
Yes.
how am I gonna see things when I
School
can't
already?
Yeah. They start school on Thursday. They
Oh my
go to school
goodness.
Thursday and Friday, then they're home for the weekend, and they go back on Monday. Here's the thing, like everybody else that I know doesn't start school until like next Monday. Like my brother, who is 14. For reference, I'm 31. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know me, I know I look 12. But my younger brother starts school next week because I talked to my stepdad earlier today, and he was like, "Yeah, he starts school next week," and I was like, "Why do they start school here so early?" But also, she goes. I think not all school districts in our state start at the same time.
Weird.
As weird as that sounds, because there are kids at my job that are saying that they don't start for another week, but she goes to like the bougie district. Because we just happen to like live in the district that has like the good schools. I don't know. I don't know. But I called during that. It called the school during that sprint because last year I told them she's a bus rider. Okay, I'm not trying to drive her to and from school. I'm just not. Like, I'm sorry. No. So the bus comes right to the corner of our house. They took her on the bus to school and then called me at like 3:00. By the way, she gets out of school at 2 and said, "Hi, Ariana is sitting here waiting for someone to pick her up."
Yeah, because
And I was
somebody
like,
at the door.
I
And they
know.
accidentally took me on the bus.
I know.
Which everybody at the house did not want me to do because 0 people was at the house.
Mm-hmm. So I had
We were
to.
At the house. Austin was at the house. Daddy
I was at the house. I just didn't have a car at the house. So I had no car. I had no way to get up there. So I had to walk to go get her from school. And so then the next day, I like when I went up to the school, I was like, "Listen, I need her to ride the bus home." Like, so I
What
called.
happened in that hour there?
She just sat in the office. They have like toys in the office. She was, because when I got up there, she was like playing with toys in the office.
It's like, why wouldn't they call you?
Right, like why would you not call me when you took her off of the bus?
Yeah.
Because she told the secretary was like, "Well, we put her on the bus, but she didn't have a tag for the bus, so we took her back off the bus." What?
Why
Like-
wouldn't they call you immediately?
Yeah, and she was like, she got dropped off on the bus this morning, and I was like, "I know, I put her on the bus at 7:00 when the bus came." So then I called because I thought that you. So I'm an idiot. Okay, clearly I've never enrolled a child for school ever in my life. So I filled out. It's okay. So I filled out a new enrollment form thinking that she needed to be enrolled into elementary school because our
Seriously, Mom,
it's okay. Indiana.
I do not need to go to that school. That school is too bougie.
You're going. Well, you're going to the same school you went to last year, but here they do kindergarten at an early learning center. They don't put them with the elementary school. So
That's very weird to me.
there's like daycare and then preschool. There's 3. It's like 2 and 3-year-old daycare, and then 3 to 5-year-old preschool, and then kindergarten. You can be 5 or 6. So she started kindergarten when she was 5. But it was an early learning center that's right next door to the elementary school. Like, it's attached.
Interesting.
So I thought because she was going to a different school that I had to re-enroll her. And she was like, no, you don't have to re-enroll her. We already have her enrolled because she went to the ELC, so she's in the same district. So I was just over here just I spent 2 hours filling out forms for zero reason.
That just seems like poor planning
It's so
on the school district's part. Like,
and she was like, you don't have to re-enroll her unless she's going to change districts. And I was like, cool.
okay. Yeah, like kids
Thank
don't
you.
start school here until the Tuesday after Labor Day. So it's
But when do y'all get out of school?
end of June.
See, and they get out in the middle of May or the end of
Yeah.
May.
That's true, like, shifted.
Their last day of school this year was May 25th. She went to school for 10 days after her 6th birthday.
Yeah, I know I have cousins or a cousin in Illinois. And I'm pretty sure he starts in August, like end of August.
Yeah.
They're in Europe right now, so he's obviously not supposed to be in school right now. But
yeah, we start at the beginning because I actually thought that was super early too. I was like the 3rd of August. The 3rd?
But a Thursday. What a weird day.
Yeah, right. So you're gonna have yes.
Well,
So
that's how my nephew is going to, I think, kindergarten this year, and they start next week, I think. But the entire week, they start on a Tuesday, and then Tuesday through Friday are all half days. You're like, why?
What's the point?
What's the point?
Like
Ease back
You're just
into
like easing the kids back in or something.
like they're going to school like the full
But like
day,
for
but it's
someone
only
who
2 days.
works, like and like they have to figure out like daycare for half the day
Very
Yeah.
weird. For just 1 week. Like,
for 1 week. Yeah.
Well, that's like I started working nights to accommodate for her school because I'm the only like if I work nights, then I'm the adult that's home when she gets off the bus. There's 3 adults that live in my house, but I'm the adult that's home when she gets off the bus because here until they're in 3rd grade, they can't get off the bus by themselves. Like there has to be a parent at the
I
bus.
think that's like that here too.
I feel like that's a safety thing. Like
Yeah.
there are literal 8th graders that their parents still walk up from the other side of the neighborhood to get them off the bus. Like that's safety in this day and age. But anyway, so somebody has to be here. So like last night I was talking to her dad and he was like, maybe you should go to day shift. And I said, who is gonna get Ari on and off the bus? I said, because if I go to day shift at the job that I have right now, which is Taco Bell, that means I have to be at work at 6 a.m. I don't get home until I won't get off work till 2. Her bus comes at 2:15.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I could just work he's like, I could just work opens. And I was like, no I don't. No.
No, because he's not going to be at my school bus in time, and then I'm going to miss school.
He would be at your school bus in time. Your dad
Every
managed to do
Thursday,
it for a whole week when I was in
sometime.
Florida, so I'm sure he could do it.
Guess what?
What?
When I was in kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
remember that day that we were waiting for him to come and get me off the bus? I almost went all the way back to the school, and he didn't get me off of the bus in time.
Yes, that day he was a little late getting to the. He managed to get there. He was just a little late.
He was not a little late. He was a lot late because
Did you go back to the school?
no,
No, so he got you off the bus.
he had a run.
Yeah, sometimes it happens like
He
that.
was busy.
Yeah, sometimes
How did he just leave me on the bus?
I'm sure he did not do it on purpose. I'm sure your dad did not leave you.
Can I please tell him I'm reading?
Can you please not tip over my Prior with the Orange Tree book? Thank you so much.
1 minute, I'll tell you what my favorite book is. I mean what I'm reading in a moment.
What are you doing? Wow.
Let's see here. In the chat. This is awful.
Wait.
Oh no. I hope everything's okay with the flooding. That's
Oh no.
awful. Hi.
Hello.
I love your hair, by the way.
You
It's very close to what my hair looks like.
growing.
That it is. It's growing. Why are you making a face like that, bro?
I don't know.
I love Beartown. Honestly,
So
if
good.
Aoife hadn't picked this as one of her favorite books, I would have picked it as one of mine.
Yeah. I don't think I'm emotionally stable enough to read it, honestly.
That's fair.
Yeah, listen, I read it. I thought I was emotionally stable enough, and then we unpacked it in therapy. So,
All right, so I'm just gonna wait.
because I was like, "Oh, this will be fine. It'll be great." And then I read it. I've read the entire series at this point. Well, that's not true. I read the first two and half of the third. I need to finish the third one because I failed that buddy read. It's fine. But I will say the second one is kind of like that book. It's like a filler book. Like you need it to read the third one, but it's not
Yeah.
as heavy as the first and the third. The third one has been the heaviest one, so I'm sure I'll have to unpack that one in therapy. But I read Beartown after being told what the premise of it was. And I was like, okay, I purposely waited and I was like, my mental health feels stable. Read it and was like,
JK.
Jokes.
my mental health is not stable, clearly.
I don't even know if I know what it's about. Let me look this up.
Just like this.
No one has a remote like that, bro. We have an old T-Mobile thing for our TV.
We do have this kind of remote. This is a cool remote, Mom.
Okay.
And the downstairs remote is different than this.
Yeah, because it's
This
a
one
newer
is way smoother. And
Okay.
that one is not smooth.
I don't know what that means, but all right. We
I don't know what that means.
And if you have a remote like this.
no one has a remote like that, bro. I'm telling you. That's an old one.
Please tell me if you have an old one like this.
No one has it.
Raise your hand.
Stop. We're gonna go out.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Laundry.
Clean the kitchen. 68 pages. Nice. Yeah, the hour-long ones, I find like in the middle, I get very distracted and I have to find my way back to it because I cannot focus on one thing for an hour. Never have been able to.
I'm the opposite in that the hour is great because for the first 10 minutes of a sprint, I'm usually not super focused.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
so
how
the short sprint, I'm like, I did nothing.
I also operate that way. An hour-long sprint gives me time to like
An hour-long sprint is
Not-
really like a 45 minute sprint.
yeah, because like a 45-minute sprint usually for me turns into like a 30-minute sprint.
Right.
Yeah.
So like
See,
an
I feel
hour-long sprint, I'm like, cool, I have 15 minutes to stare at the wall and then I can be productive.
What's wrong with you, Bluey's mom?
Honestly.
See, I'm like that. Like I need the time to get into it, and then I can read or do anything for a little bit, and then I get distracted, and I can get back into it, and then I'll get distracted and back into it. It's like waves. I cannot focus. Like when I go write, I need to have time to set everything up, have time to do admin stuff, and then I can write. And I have to do sprints while I'm writing because if I try and just go, nothing will get done. Nothing at all. Oh, finished a book and eating a very early dinner. What time zone are you in? Because if you're in my time zone, that's 4:30. It's a very early dinner. Bluey is the best. Yes. Hi, Ari.
Raleigh
I can love Bluey.
Who said hi to me?
Raleigh did.
Several chapters and unpacked 3
What's-
moving bags.
He has a
Congratulations. That's fantastic.
No.
50 pages of the Poppyware and playing with kittens.
thing.
That's the way to do it.
Dog, bro.
Oh,
I'm
that's
actually making something
I thought that was a child.
so that's fine.
Here.
And 16 pages into the Kiss Quotient.
That's
Again.
right there.
If I remember correctly, I put the kiss quotient as
that?
stop as one of my host favorites.
Was it?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
it
remember
destroyed
any of
me. So if I didn't put it as a host favorite, I really meant
It could be, yeah.
The only reason I remember one of them is because Margaret said that I put one in there for the Black Prism.
Are you sure?
It's there.
Don't remember what the other ones are.
You're about to go out. Do you need to go out? Do you need to
Some
go out?
people love The Last House on Needless Street, but did not love it. Another one. 326 of Catching Fire and procrastinating on cleaning out Goodreads shelves. Both of those. One is an absolute mood. I'm very impressed with anybody who's able to reread The Hunger Games or rewatch The Hunger Games. Cannot do it.
Really?
I tried watching Catching Fire again a couple years ago. 3
Really?
seconds in, I was bawling. And I
Oh,
did
okay,
not
I thought you
stop.
meant like you didn't like it anymore.
No, I
was
loved it. I'm
like,
just
what?
emotionally unstable. I started bawling and did not stop the whole movie. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do this again.
I'm about to do a whole reading vlog where I reread all the Hunger Games books before the
Thank
new
you.
movie comes
Did
out.
you see that the paperback of
Yes.
the whatever Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes
is the
is
most-
purple?
Goodest book
No,
in the land.
I did not.
The hardcover's green.
The hardcover is green, but the paperback is purple.
Interesting.
It's really pretty, but
Can we just talk about what a ridiculous name The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is?
can we
Like,
talk about how ridiculous of a book it is?
I haven't read. I bought it
Listen.
right when it came out.
I'm
Haven't
that person that read it short. I was like on the hold list at my library so I could read it. It was like one of the first books I read on my Kindle after I bought a Kindle in 2020, and I gave it 5 stars. So, and I've
Interesting.
reread it. I've reread it once since and still gave it 5 stars. So I
I've
feel
heard just like you either love it or you hate it. It's one of
Yeah.
those ones.
that is one of it's yeah.
I gave it
Very
3
cool.
stars, but like that was being super generous.
I literally gave it 5 stars. I was like, this is such a great book, and like then
You-
everybody else was coming out and being like, this book is terrible. We did
Did
not like
you binge the whole series
me.
and then read that one?
No,
Maybe that's see. I
because
binged.
I read Hunger Games years ago. Like I
Yeah.
read Hunger Games like years ago, like even like before movies or anything.
I
Then
read that in high
read it.
school.
Then I reread it when the first movie was announced was coming out because I wanted to watch the movie in the theaters, but I wanted to like reread the books first.
Uh-huh.
So I did that, and then I saw all of the original movies, the first 3 obviously in the theater, or 4 or whatever the hell it is. But I saw all of them in the theater, and then when Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes came out, I didn't reread the series because I was like, this is like a prequel or whatever. Like, and I remembered enough to know like who people were, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Read it, and I was like 5 stars, and I haven't actually reread the Hunger Games like completely. I've reread the first book in the Hunger Games a couple of times, but I haven't actually reread like the entire series in a while. So I was like, well, the new movie comes out in November, which I want to see it, not in the theater because that gives me anxiety. But I'm going to like reread all of the books and then watch the new movie and then talk about it. So like this vlog is not coming out probably until like the first week of December.
Right.
Mhm.
But
See, I binged the original 3, and then literally the next book I read was Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and so like the difference is just stark.
Oh,
that could be why if you did it that way. Yeah.
Right.
I
Like, I've
definitely
been
read it
meaning-
as just like its own book. I didn't reread the
That's
series first.
I've been meaning to read it. I've had it on my TBR since right when it came out. I was like, I'm gonna jump on this train of doing the reading vlog for it, and then I just never did. So I don't know if I want to read the series first and then the prequel, or if I just want to jump in so there's less of a chance that I hate it. I don't know, but I'll probably
I sat on
vlog reading that around the time the movie comes out.
This is why I told you to watch what you're doing, bro, and why you're not supposed to be up here. Do you hear me?
Maybe I'll reread the series after my birthday in October, because maybe turning 30 will give me some emotional stability, but I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's see here. Yes, mental health, not a plot twist, not a trope. Gender and sexual identity, not a genre. Agreed.
No.
It's like when people say YA is a genre. It's an age range that's That's stupid when that happens.
Yep.
Only read 10%. It's not only read, 10% is more than you had read before.
It's 10% more than you had to begin with.
Exactly. 10 p.m. Yeah, stay up and finish it. I am a horrible influence. Nobody ever asked me if you should stay up and read or go to sleep because I will always advocate for staying up and reading.
Same.
Oh yeah, no twist in the one that you were reading, Bree. So
Wow.
saw it from the beginning.
See, I
Margaret-
went in knowing absolutely nothing about the book because that's what I was told. Like, go into that book blind. And because last night when I was reading it, I literally just couldn't care less. It was so boring for the first half of the book. I didn't pick up on it, but that's probably on me.
Margaret is back and going in and out.
Hi, Doyle.
Heartstopper is finished. Congratulations.
He's brought me his toy.
I love him. He's fantastic.
Hi, Doyle.
Update on the situation. Somebody has checked out the dating playbook and not in the mood for a holiday romance, so we're going to read a secret third option, All the Dangerous Things. And then Belladonna next.
I think All the Dangerous Things is Brittany's buddy read book this month. So you're getting a head start for that.
Fantastic. Apologies for reading slowly. And then
You're not reading slowly. It's been less than 24 hours.
It's still day one.
Like only if you started yesterday on the other sprints, but even then I think it's still been less than 24 hours since we started.
It was 7 p.m.
It
Eastern
started
time.
at 7, so like
Yeah, it's 4:46 Eastern time
and
right now.
if you weren't able to get on sprints last night and didn't start until today, like literally today is day 1. So you're on track.
If you didn't start early, like this is a very normal reading pace. Everyone's just like, we've been so jazzed for this and so ready to go that everyone's like, I'm gonna get 15 books done in 24 hours.
In 24 hours.
Normal people were like, I'm gonna read at a normal pace. So
we're so excited that we're like all of the books. Day 1.
That is my entire life. So excited. And then once the dopamine's gone, it's like, I don't know this exists anymore.
That's why I put Face Off Weekend in the middle. Because then there'll be like a renewed excitement.
It's like Christmas.
The problem is that afterwards you're gonna get burnout.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna read anything in September.
Bro, that's why watch me do these 24-hour sprints with everybody at the end of the month and nobody read.
Nobody reads, yeah.
Watch me be the one that's like, how did everyone do? I had every intention of reading, but I watched YouTube for the entire hour.
I think though this format of dropping prompts every couple of days kind of drops dopamine and serotonin, like
it sprinkles it
around throughout the month rather than like having the same set of prompts every single for the whole month.
It's like Salt Bay, but Book Bay. You're just dropping prompts.
Exactly.
Prompt Bay. This here is a mood. Still reading. Didn't realize it ended. Do you know how many times I've hosted sprints on like Twitter or something, and then just forgot?
An hour and a half later. Oh yeah, I was hosting sprints.
What about the next one? And I'm like, bye.
I had to stop doing Twitter sprints because I would like back when those were a thing. I couldn't do them because I would just forget, and so then I would just like schedule the prompts or schedule the tweets to go, and then I just wouldn't even be there that night.
Yeah, it was awful. Before I found out that TweetDeck was a thing, I was just the worst.
That's why I don't do Discord sprints.
Yeah,
I
need the actual timer.
Everyone start now, and then I'm gonna like sit and just like.
No, I also need the accountability of coming back and being like, yes, I actually read something.
I actually read, yeah.
Like I like them for writing sprints with the bot Sprinto because you have to join in, and then it will tag you when it's done. So there's going to be a sound going off or a vibration or something like reminding you, hey, I exist. And then you go back in and you can put in your word count and everything. But if it's just like,
I'll be right back. Somebody's getting into something.
Okay.
But if it's just like up to me to remember that I'm supposed to be reading,
it's not going to happen.
I don't even do sprints like how people do like sprints where they like do like the sprint sheet. You know, they like post them on like their Instagram stories where they're like write in like started at, ended at. I can't do that either.
I will forget instantly and then go back to it 5 hours later and be like, I don't remember anything.
Right. Like, no. On my own free time, I just read. I don't actually sprint. I just read what I'm going to read, and that's it.
Yes.
Sorry, my 100-pound dog thought she could go into the little space between the table and the wall.
Let's see here. Let's see. Starting on Thursday for school is perfect. I forgot we talked about that. Just orientation, getting stuff set up. That's true. That's true. That's a good point. Stopped riding the bus in late middle school. I always forget what middle school is because we don't have middle school here. We have grade school and high school.
Oh.
So in the state that I live, like nowadays, I should say, because like when I was in middle school, it was 7th and 8th grade.
See, I thought that was junior high.
Right. It's the same thing. Junior high, middle school is the same thing. So but then now it seems like most school districts do it where it's elementary is kindergarten through 6th grade or kindergarten through 5th grade, clearly, unless you live in Indiana, and then it's 1st through 5th grade. And then middle school would be like 6th to 8th grade, and then high school is 9 to 12.
Yeah, like we have junior kindergarten and senior kindergarten. So you start when you're 4. Or like me, if you have a late birthday, you start when you're 3. And then that is part of grade school from JK to grade 8. And then high school is 9 to 12. And that's it. There's just too many other things in the American school system. And I'm like, I don't know what junior high is. I don't know what middle school is.
We have like Head Start or pre-K, depending on where you live. And then you have kindergarten. And then like here, this is the most janky that I've ever had it be, where like, why is kindergarten separated from the rest of the middle school or the rest of the elementary school? And then like the inside of the ELC is so bougie that like they call the art room, like the art classroom, they call it the art studio. And it's like
for small children?
Yes, it is a room that is on all 4 sides. It's like sits like in the middle of like an annex, like in the middle of like a hallway. So you have to like walk around it. But in like all 4 sides, it's just like clear glass windows.
So people are watching you.
So you can see in, and they have like a pottery wheel in there. Like I was like, what? Where are we? And then like the cafeteria, they call it something else. Like they don't call it a cafeteria. They call it something bougie, but I can't think of what they call it right now.
I'm trying to think of what we called ours because in high school, because I went to school in Rich White People Central, so it was bougie.
And that's essentially where she goes. Rich White.
Oh my God, I don't know. High school. Like I graduated in 2011. That's far too long ago. I don't remember anything.
But yeah, like I literally walked into this school with her on her first day because she actually started kindergarten a little bit late because we were trying to decide. She never did preschool, so we were trying to decide if we were gonna hold her back a year and have her do preschool or just put her in kindergarten. And then I got some advice from a mentor, and she was like, just put her into kindergarten, and if she doesn't do well, like the school will keep her back, which clearly she graduated kindergarten, so she's fine. But like we walked in and I was like they have a giant room in the ELC. It's literally just an empty room. Like you just walk in, like if you walk in the front doors, it's like right there. They call it the big playroom. It's like just an empty space in this school.
It's creepy. Why is it a big playroom if it's just empty?
It's just like an empty open space.
For free play, I'm gonna tell myself.
That's what it's for. But like, because Ari would always try to like get me to leave her at school, like come pick her up from school. So, because after school, like if you were a pickup kid, then you got to play in the big playroom until your parents get you, and she would get to play in the big playroom like in the morning when her bus would drop her off.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the bougiest.
But apparently, you told Daddy that he has to get me off the bus.
Yeah,
on
he gets you off the
Thursdays.
bus on Thursdays. That's you and Daddy Day. You'll be fine.
This is true. Kids do not forget when you pick them up late.
So,
Mm-mm.
bro, I did it one time. Okay, the whole year. If my alarm did not go off, and she did not let me forget it.
Yeah.
To this day. Okay, it's been like a year since that happened.
Yeah. I believe it.
I left it on the bed.
This is a mood. Has books after it, and don't want to invest in the other books. That's
Honestly, I only read the first one, and it's a great standalone.
Honestly, you could read it as a standalone, and for me, the reason that I was okay with it is because it's only a trilogy. I'm gonna be more apt to pick up a trilogy or a duology because they're only 2 or 3 books. It's committing to like Throne of Glass that I'm like, why did you do this to yourself?
Right.
You know?
See, any fantasy series, I'm like, I need 600 plus page books, minimum 5 books in the series. Like, let's go. Get me in this world. Don't take me out of it. Any other genre, I'm like, these books cannot be this long, can't have series this long unless it's like romance and they're just like companions and not you have to read every single one.
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy is like a special little thing for me. Every other one, just I can't do it. No, emotional stability is not a thing. That is accurate. Jill finished the 2nd book. All right. Jill,
Nice.
killing it. Hashtag killing it.
Hashtag killing it.
This is true. It's strange. It's unusual. I don't understand. 4 p.m. That's a very early dinner. Yes. We're about to be soon. So it's even earlier. Damn. That is dinner, dunch, like
Right.
like a brunch, but after lunch before dinner.
I'm like sitting here being like, oh, it's 3 minutes to 5. I should probably make some food for Ari.
Yeah, but your schedule is so like different. So
Listen, to be honest, on my days off, we don't eat dinner until like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Which I need. That's like such a bad habit that I've fallen into, and I can't keep doing that because she literally starts school on Thursday and she goes to bed at 8 p.m.
yeah.
Which I'm actually glad that the first 2 days of school that she has, I'm off work, because that means that I can like figure out our schedule without having to figure it out while also having to go to work from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So I can
Like,
get it figured
my
out
husband's gonna be going.
before Monday.
Yeah. My husband's going back to work beginning of October because like here he can take the full 35 weeks of parental because I'm a stay-at-home mom. So he's off for almost the entire year and he goes back to work and he's going to be on afternoons from 2:30 till 10:30. And I'm like, I'm going to have to stick to a schedule by myself.
That's not fun.
No, like that's all right. We'll figure it out a day at a time with 3 kids. Throw dinner in the Instant Pot. Yes, you should probably get up to do that because once it's done, then you have more time to read. I'm great at giving other people advice, but not following that same advice for myself.
Same.
1 meal a day this week. That's I'm not gonna say not super healthy, but I'm not gonna say that either.
My husband does the same thing. Like
I know
he'll
people
get
that
off
are-
from work and he'll be like, "I'm so hungry. What are we doing for dinner?" And I'm like, "If you had lunch, you wouldn't be hungry."
I worked with a
Or
guy
at
that
least you
would
wouldn't
only
be as hungry.
Like he does coffee in the morning and then dinner at night. Like it can't be healthy.
That's solid.
you know,
10 out of 10. Good work.
Men and their metabolism.
Love the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Here's another one. All right.
It does look good on the shelf. Like that's why I haven't
It
gotten
does.
rid of it because the book looks so good.
Here's the thing. When I really started like lurking. I was not like a part of the booktube community in 2020, but I did start like lurking on booktube, and everybody was coming out with their videos like right after I read it, right? Because of course, like you're gonna make videos about it right after it's out.
I left my
And
medicine
people were saying
because I didn't want it to get lost.
that's fine. And people were saying that like a lot of people that said that they liked it said they only liked it for the nostalgia. And I was like, I don't even like it for the nostalgia. I just like it.
Yeah.
Valid.
And then I reread it and I still gave it 5 stars. So I don't know if it was just like the vibe of it, like overall, that did it for me or what. Watch me reread it this time for this vlog and give it like 3 stars. And be like, this is the
1 star. It's trash. Shay is back from lunch and birthday shopping. Happy birthday again. And we're going to be sightseeing with manga. Beautiful. What a good birthday.
right.
Less mental stability after turning 30. Well, there goes my whole plan. Maybe I'll try after I turn 40.
Yeah,
Give
I
it time.
feel like my mental stability, like I turned 31 and that was it. Like goodbye to mental stability. I'm just like a frazzled mess all the time. It's fine.
Shit.
I know, right? That's what I said.
Yes, one would hope that most of us read at some point during the hour-long sprint, and we're going to start another one soon because I just remembered that that's what we're here for. So we should do that. This month's slower than normal. True. That's valid. There's just so much hype that sometimes reading actually falls to the wayside because I'm too excited to do anything productive.
Fair.
Beware of the burnout. We should get that on stickers. This is a great way to do it. But also, now that you're here, you should go watch Bree's video to understand what's going on because there's a lot to know.
It's a complicated readathon.
If you watch the videos and read the documents carefully and closely, you should get it.
And if you still don't get it, just rewatch the video again, like I did yesterday, 30 minutes before this
Yeah.
start. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Red team, you know what? Keep recruiting. The blue team needs to slow down. Okay? What the fuck, blue team? There's 8 million on the blue team. And the rest of us need to catch up.
I just feel like it's because people have a lot of blue books.
That's exactly what it is.
I will say that's not helping.
This actually, I've been meaning to do this, books to get you out of reading slumps. But my main thing is either reread books you really like, read a genre that is your favorite. Don't try something new to get out of a reading slump, and try a different format because sometimes that will jolt your brain.
Personally, I've watched some videos like this. Personally, I haven't made any because I feel like that's also my formula is I tend to reread things that I liked before. But also, I also know that the books that would get me out of a reading slump are not for everyone. Because usually when I'm in a reading slump, I just like binge KU smut books, like to be honest.
That is my solution also.
I'm just like, what is the darkest, smuttiest KU romance I have on my Kindle right now? And then I read that, and then I'm like, the slump is gone. Time to move on to high fantasy. Like that's basically my formula.
That's literally what I'm doing right now. Because from July 8th to now, I've read 42, maybe 45 pages of a book that I was so excited, but just slumping for some reason. Started this one. I'm on page 247 in less than 24 hours. Explain it to me. I don't understand.
Right. So that's my advice. If you like smut, read smut.
Yes.
Smut will always get you out of slump.
Yes. Unless it makes you uncomfortable, then
you clearly don't have to read like what I read. Okay, I read some dark stuff. It's fine, and I understand that's not for everyone. But like, even if you just like contemporary romance that's spicy, like that could work.
Yes, and also short books. Anything short to make you. It's like starting a to-do list and writing down things that you've already done so you can check it off and feel accomplished and then get into the next thing. Same concept. An app that can give you multiple timers. You know what? Drop that in the chat. All of us with ADHD need that. You can do live streams on Discord. Is that only with Nitro? Do you have to pay for Discord to do that?
I didn't know that.
Possibly. Middle school 6, 7, and 8 in Kentucky. I'm learning so much about America. Grade school, elementary, then middle school, then junior high, then high school. And it was different. I don't understand. There's so many different schools.
Here's the thing. I also graduated. Well, I did not graduate in 2010. I should have graduated in 2010, but I got my GED when I was 28 in 2020. I got it in 2020 when I was 28. Girl, you weren't. You were already alive when I got my. You were like 3 years old.
How was I like 4? Nobody was even with me to take care of me. Who was there to take care of me?
Me. I worked at McDonald's when I got my GED. Anyway.
Well, you couldn't take me to McDonald's.
Well, no, I had you babysat while I worked, but I mean, you were with me the whole step of my.
Sit. You would tell her. You would ask Grandma Nan. I mean.
Grandma Judy to watch you, yes.
Yes, Grandma Judy and Grandpa Pat to watch me.
Yes, exactly.
Because we lived with them.
Correct. That's correct. Yes.
And we haven't even went to go back and visit them.
Okay. Calm down.
She's so entertaining.
She is. Wow. So like when I should have graduated, we had kindergarten through 6th grade was elementary school. 7th and 8th grade was middle school, and then 9 through 12 was high school. But they were transitioning in 2010. They were transitioning to where 6th graders were at the middle school. So now the school district that I went to, their junior high or middle school is 6th to 8th grade.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
One of my cousins went to a school that opened after I was done high school. He started high school there, but it's every grade all in one school. Just like different sections, no crossing over between the really young kids and the high schoolers. Everything at one school.
See, I went to a high school for 6 months before I was like, get me out of this place. Anyway, because I lived with a family member, that the junior high was in one half of the building and the high school was in the other half of the building. And you could literally, like, as a new high school student, I had a panic attack my first day because I somehow thought that I was going the right way, like because they gave you a map, okay, to like find your way, and I somehow made it into the middle school hallway. And in high school, I looked like a middle schooler, bro. Like I blended in just fine. I literally sat through an entire math class.
You're like, wait a minute.
And just sat there.
And
I was like, clearly, this is like a middle school course. Like, this is not high school. But I literally just sat in that class and no one said anything. Like, a teacher didn't take roll, clearly. Like,
yeah, that I also would have a panic attack after that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I feel like at this point, I could go sit in a high school in grade 9 and nobody would bat an eye. Like,
same.
The other day, I went to go get zigzags, like rolling papers for my husband. And I got ID'd at a convenience store, like at a corner store, buying rolling papers. You have to be 19 to buy them.
Yeah,
I'm going to be 30. Are you joking?
I only have one smoke shop where I get my vape juice and my coils for my vape that won't card me. Everywhere else is like, can I see your ID, please? And then they'll look at it and they'll be like, are you actually 31?
No, I'm lying to you.
No, I just thought that instead of using a birth date that would literally make me 21, that I would just bump it up 10 years.
Well, I mean, in Utah, you're actually required to card people until they're 60. So
60? 60?
Yeah.
Here it's like 35.
Yeah, here it's like 35 or 40.
Yeah, they also have you have to scan the ID at every single restaurant if you're buying alcohol. Like a manager has to walk up to the table, scan the driver's license, and like prove that it's not fake.
Oh, see, here they have
Utah and their alcohol laws are stupid.
Here I've noticed that if you buy them from
Nothing.
sorry, I got a text. Here they will scan it if you're like at a gas station. But they don't usually scan it if you're at a bar or a restaurant.
They only do that here
You just look at
at
it.
the casinos.
Talking.
That's the only place I've ever seen that.
If I'm watching this, I can't hear it.
It's
Well,
stupid.
you're gonna either have to go downstairs or live through it, kid. I don't know what to tell you.
I just went.
I remember going to France for a class in university. I was 22, 23, and I got ID'd buying wine at a grocery store.
Yeah.
And someone was like, yeah, you have to be like 14 or something to buy wine here. And I'm like, are you joking? Are you in a grocery store? And I forgot every single French word I'd ever known because I was just baffled. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, I learned French in school for 10 years and I forgot every single word because I'm like, you're joking. You're fucking kidding me. Hey, Fatness. Fatness Everdeen. He's back. See, the UK doing it right. Nursery, primary, secondary.
Makes sense.
Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Well, 0.5, 1, 2. Bow out of the sprints. Oh, bye, Vanessa. You know what? Paw Patrol on Xbox is no joke. Noah, I'm upset. Okay. Purple team. Purple team. Can't have somebody with the same name as my sweet baby boy betraying me like this. Garbage. Taking care of nieces and nephews. We'll start a sprint in a hot second. Margaret, get that on a sticker. I don't even remember what it was, but something about mental health and stability not being a thing.
It was
burnout. Beware the burnout. That one.
Beware the burnout.
Yes. Red team showed up big time on the rec video. Red team, you know what? Give some of that energy to the purple team, okay? You put your luggage away a week after you got home from a trip. Only 1 week? Are you kidding? 6 months is my average.
To be honest, Ari just got back from a trip to visit my grandma, and her stuff is still sitting in her room in the bag.
Yeah, 6 months. That's my
I mean, I will probably wash her clothes like on Thursday because she already has a back to school outfit, so she doesn't need that. She'll probably need clothes by Friday though, so I'll probably wash the clothes Thursday. But they're literally just sitting there, folded up.
Yeah. Like a whole week. That's very impressive.
The only reason I put them away so quickly is because my house is so small that the suitcase has got to go down to the basement.
Oh, the suitcase goes into the basement. It goes right next to the washing machine, and then it does
the
not.
washing machine is on the main floor, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah, like mine it goes downstairs, and then it sits there, like just
There.
gone. I totally forgot about video chatting and screen sharing on Discord. That's how I used to communicate with my brother until we switched to Facebook Messenger. Elementary, junior high, high school. There we go. See that one I understand. I do. Getting carded, it's a compliment unless I'm exhausted and annoyed. Then it's like you're wasting my time. Card until you're 60. This is actually I stole that from my brother, and he started calling his one son Fatness Everdeen when Hunger Games was very, very popular still. Like in the middle of the craze. He was a very, very chunky Michelin Man baby. So he called him Fatness Everdeen. And it just kind of stuck for all the chunky babies in the family now. All right, let's see. Let's start a sprint. You want to start a sprint, bud? You want to learn how to use a computer? You're 6 months old. You're behind. Kids these days understand technology from day one. So.
True.
What are we thinking here?
Well, we have 45 minutes until the next sprint starts. So if we did like a 30-minute sprint, we can chat for a bit.
That's what I was thinking. We'll do a solid half hour. What is the video end? That's why. Okay, here we go. Let me remember how to be a normal human being for a second here. We're gonna stream this. There we are. Let's go. I will see you on the other side of 1/2 hour.
boarding flight AMZ 804 to New York City.
And we're back.
Hi.
Hello.
I didn't read.
Well, that's valid.
I filmed a vlog clip that was entirely too long.
That is exactly what I was doing before I started these sprints. And I'm like, I should probably shut up because it's almost
I was
2 o'clock.
like, why don't I talk about this book while I unbox my HelloFresh box? And then I just talked and I didn't unbox the.
That is
It's fine.
so relatable. It hurts.
I was like, editing. It's Future Breeze problem.
Yes, absolutely. Like, I'm currently in the middle of editing a vlog that took me from March until June to do because I read the entire Pretty Little Liars series. I'd read the first 8 books. Yeah. I'd read the first 8 books and then finally got around to getting the rest of them. And then I was like, let's binge them. I have over 4 hours of raw footage. The vlog is going
to be a Gavin style.
It's going to be a Gavin vlog. I'm channeling my inner Gavin. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be 2 hours long.
I love that.
So I'm very, very slowly editing that. But like all of my clips, I'm like, why are you talking so much? What the hell are you talking about?
Every time I'm editing, I'm like, bitch, you talk too much.
Yeah, every time I'm like, shut the fuck up. Who is she? Who raised her?
In the words of Taylor Swift, speak less.
Yes. Yes. In the words of Aaron Burr, talk less.
Talk less.
Smile more. Oh, God. Neva, any right? Words are hard. The thing with the pages.
Did you
I
do
did
that?
I did not do the thing with the pages because because I did the thing with the stove. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Yeah.
Also, I just didn't really feel like doing the thing with the pages or the ears, rather, because I'm so annoyed with these chapters.
But you're too far. You're too invested at this point to DNF.
And the thing is like, if I was reading this physically, I would have DNF'd it after the second chapter. Like, I would have been like, I'm gonna find a different book. But I know that as soon as I go to work tonight, I will bust out. It's what, 7 hours? I have an 8-hour shift. Okay, I will listen to the whole thing because I will just let it play in my ears. I don't have to absorb anything. No one's asking me for a review. I just want to finish it.
Valid. So
it'll be done tonight. I just don't feel like doing it sitting here because I will try to concentrate on it. And I think we're just going to stick to watching the movie, to be honest. I just don't care about the book as much as I once did in my youth. You know? By youth, I mean when I was 20 years old. I just do not. It really put me off when they use the N-word with the hard R. Like, that really put me off.
Yeah, that's totally valid.
I know that it's like historically accurate, but I feel like it didn't necessarily need to be in the book.
Yes.
Sure, I'll read Prior to the Orange Tree. Give it to me.
Prior to the Orange Tree, great book. An absolute brick, but
also a great book. A reread for me. I need to annotate. So, Ari.
You don't want to annotate during a readathon.
Well, I'm probably not going to annotate during a readathon. As soon as I get done with this, I'll start reading this for my sightseeing book. Will I finish it? Probably not, but I'll start it for my sightseeing book.
And see, the nice thing though with the help, like, it's not a fantasy or something or anything that you really need to pay attention.
Just because you want to finish that book doesn't mean you have to finish. Let me look at the maps. Let me look at the maps.
Oh, you want to look at the maps? Okay. Yes. We love maps in this.
Maps are the best.
Okay. But you can look. There's a map on the next page too.
The book that I started reading, Dragonfall, I just shrieked like a pterodactyl when I opened up this book. I had an arc, so I couldn't actually see the things because it was just saying like they'll be here. But I had to go and tell my husband about it. I'm like, you're not going to understand a thing that I'm saying, but I have to tell someone else. It has maps a table of contents. Each part has like the bit before. So like it starts off with a little note saying, these are all of the things that I could find. So this is how I'm going to tell you this story. And it's told like amazing. It has every little aspect that I'm obsessed with.
I just
It's
bought that
fantastic.
on Pango, so it just I think it just shipped today.
Yeah, it's
What is
oh
this?
my god.
About to-
Dragonfall.
Sorry,
Do I
what was
need
it?
to, do I need
No,
to
no.
buy any more books? No, I don't, because I bought like 12 the other day. Because a bunch of Grady Hendrix
Why
books
can't you buy
were on
the
sale
second
yesterday
one of this?
for like $2.99 on Kindle. So
Get
Oh,
the
wow.
second one of this from
That's
the
a good sale.
like I got
that
horror.
borrowed.
Okay, Ari. I got Horror Store. I got
A lot of his are on the Audible Plus catalog too, so you don't have
I'm
to.
not surprised because I
Yeah,
got
I think the only one that's not is his newest one.
yeah, because I got Horror Store. I got We Sold Our Souls, which I know most people don't like, but I really enjoyed it. And then I got what was the other one? Oh, the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Because I gave that one 5 stars last year too. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a whole like spooky thing for Grady
Ooh, that'd be
Hendrix.
fun.
All right, let's see here. We've got Brittany coming in for a few minutes here. I will leave a link to the next sprint in the chat. Words are so hard. Shay's finished another volume of manga. Oh my, 1766
Of this book,
on your birthday. Amazing.
What?
can you please take this
No.
off? It's
Catching
hard.
Fire is done.
Just look at
Excellent.
that.
Mockingjay ruins me. Oh, that's where you went. I didn't see that.
This sleeve. This
Page 107 in the Poppy War. Margaret is off work and on her way home. Page 62 in the Kiss Quotient. Again, excellent book. Page 334, 355. You're so close. You're so close. Keep reading. 10
Am I a
pages of
mod?
all
I
the
can-
dangerous things.
Am I a mod? If so, I can put the link to the next one.
I think so. Here, there we go. I had it locked and loaded.
no, I can't sing it. So is
I have not watched any of the show because one, I rarely watch TV, and two, I bitch about this in the vlog. I've heard that a lot of things were changed in the show.
I watched it.
Is it worth it?
I thought it was fine. Like
That does not tell you anything, Neva.
it's fine, 5 stars. Truly, I did enjoy it for what it was, but I didn't go into it expecting it to like. I went into it for the nostalgia factor.
Mm,
I didn't go into it expecting it to be like my new favorite thing.
They did.
yeah.
I am gonna finish. I think we're getting a season 2. I don't know if it's already up or not. It's on HBO Max, but I'm gonna keep watching it because like I am invested.
Hannah ever gonna let me watch it?
If you no, it's not for you. If you liked the
So
original,
when I'm way taller than you, I can't watch it.
sure, you can watch it when you're older. If you like the original Pretty Little Liars show, like there's definitely okay, no, there's definitely nostalgia in this new one.
See,
But
I've
you-
never watched the original show either because, like,
Okay, because
Yeah.
I liked the original one, which is the only reason that I continued with watching like the reboot or whatever. But I don't think that it's bad. Like it's campy, but the original one was campy too.
the big thing that got me was that I had read that Ezra was the same age as the Pretty Little Liars, and in the books he's her teacher, and
No.
that's why.
In the show, he's her teacher too.
Okay, because I read something.
In the show, he's like 7, or she's like 7. Arya's like 17, I think, and he's like 22. Like he's a new teacher.
Yeah, okay, because in the books she's
Teacher.
16 and he's mid-20s.
Yeah, he's like 25, I think. They
Yeah.
Shh, don't worry about what I'm talking about right now. Thank you, Nosy McGee.
You want me to put a bookmark right here so then it's
Sure. So, but like they made the age gap, I think, a bit smaller. Like they made it so that he was like a 22-year-old, like just
Okay.
graduated college. But it's still that part of it, for what I remember from the book, is still the same storyline. Like
Okay.
they come back from Iceland, they hook up in the bar bathroom, they don't know each other. She
Yeah.
pretends to be a college student, kind of. He thinks she's a okay, thank you. He thinks she's a college student. Then the first day of school comes and she's sitting in his class.
Yeah. Okay. That's the same.
But that's still the same. But I do think that the age gap is a bit smaller. Like she's 16 and he's 22, or she's 17 and he's 22.
Yeah.
He's
Because
not
I read
over
something.
the show.
I read something that said he was 17, and I was like, "This
No, not
changes
Ezra.
it?"
Not Ezra.
I'm like, "This can't be right." I'm very
Don't
upset
lie to you.
at this.
No, he's still her teacher, and he's still in his 20s. He's still over 18.
Okay, good. So maybe because that was like,
Yeah,
you can't play that storyline out if they're the same age.
right. But I do
And I was
think
very annoyed.
that they made the age gap a bit smaller to make it feel more
Okay.
like socially acceptable, I guess. But she's still 16 and he's like 22.
Yeah, that's jail time.
Because we still also get the storyline of like her parents being super relaxed people that don't necessarily conform to
Yeah.
society's standards. Because
The hippie.
if I
Damn
remember
hippie.
correctly, even in the show, like her mom isn't actually mad about the age gap. She's upset because he's her teacher.
Okay. That's a
You see
choice.
what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's a choice. But in the books, we also get that storyline of Ella, the mom, being, and the dad, I don't remember his name, but of the two parents
Byron.
super relaxed, like to the point, like in the show at least, she calls them mom and dad. In the books, she called them by their first name.
Yeah. Yeah. That was all the parents in the books suck.
I
They're
mean,
awful.
they're not much better in the show, to be honest. But at least some of the things, water, but at least, or I can get you some milk when you come downstairs. But at least some of the things that were like, wow, you're awful parents in the books were rectified in the show.
Okay. So maybe I will give it a chance.
The storylines are very different, but there are some similarities.
Okay. I will go into it if I do, knowing that and not expecting.
Because you can definitely watch the show without ever having read the movie. I mean, watch the show without ever having read the books.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. Okay, maybe I will give it a chance. And on that note, I will see you guys next week, next Tuesday, same time, same place. And who is it again? Brittany. Right?
Yeah,
Brittany and Maddie. Go and watch that in the next couple minutes. Get a snack, get a drink, get ready for more sprints. Thank you for joining me, and thank you to Aoife for also joining me earlier. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
There it is.